The first trip of the expedition group in 2022 will be the Kashkadarya region. Our goal is to give information about the snow leopard, Siberian mountain goat, pig and other rare animals living in the territory of the Hisar State Reserve, as well as to capture winter landscapes and prepare a series of programs. We took the Afrasiab train from Tashkent to Karshi. That trip took about 3 hours. After getting off the train, we headed to Shahrisabz. We spent the night at the hotel, and in the early morning we rode to Hisar State Reserve. After driving for about an hour, we arrived in the village of Karatut. Last year, there was a drought in the lower areas due to a lack of snow in the mountains. Hey driver, in the snow on the top of the mountain, thicker than here? Yes, it must be thicker. The roads are very icy and slippery. Yes, the roads are frozen. We have to go slowly up to the mountain. This year, it snowed not only in the mountains, but also in a remote village. In some places, the thickness of snow is even 1 or 2 meters. Take a look at it yourself, how beautiful it is. We stopped at a river in the village of Kashkadarya. The snow leopard has been the king of these great mountains for thousands of years. We came here to film amazing animals like there is still a long way to go. It's because they live in distant peaks. On our way, we have now seen a wonderful miracle of nature here. See for yourself the beauty of these islands. Look at this work of nature, where the melting snow from the rocks on the side of the road formed long icicles, long crystal sticks. It's impossible not to be surprised to see them. Look at the length of this icicle. How long has it been that long? The beautiful drops flowing from the tips of the icicle give you a pleasant feeling. The people of this village were sincere. This thought came to our minds when we saw this village woman. Today, pure-hearted people are declining day by day, just like rare animals on the verge of extinction. Do such beautiful icicles are formed here every winter? Yes, they are formed in the spring as well. When will they melt? At the end of March. Sometimes it even lasts until April, so it won't melt for a long time. Your village is extremely beautiful. This year, the winter and the snow is great. Will you take us to a place where snow leopards live? Likely, of course. We have to shoot a snow leopard. The snow on the top of the mountain must be thicker than here? Yes, very thick. Much thicker than here. There must be a lot of deer. Yes, lots of. Now the animals are much more numerous. Snow leopards, deer and other animals have also multiplied. The change this year is much better. It would be good if you take us as high as possible to a place where snow leopards live. Okay. God willing, I will take you. This next year car is going back from here. We will continue our way in the cars of the reserve stuff and go uphill. We changed our car here. There is still a long way to go. The surroundings are so beautiful. These places can attract many tourists during the 4 seasons. We stopped once again to look around in front of the small waterfall of Kashkadarya. We chatted a bit outdoors with our friends. We stopped near the border of the reserve. There is the Tangast river here. The word Tangast means killer of the body. In the spring the river water overflows and floods wild and domestic animals, sometimes people as well. That is why the river is so named. It's said that this year will be highly yielding and plentiful because it snowed a lot. When I talked to the local people, they seemed very happy. It snowed much more this year than in previous years. It also rained a lot. If the grass in the desert is good, livestock will also thrive. Look, my hands in the water are clearly visible and the stones as well. It's because the water is very transparent. We drank river water. Its water refreshed us a lot. It's used to irrigate vineyards, apple and walnut orchards in the village below the river. Our car barely made it to the hill in Kashkadarya because the road was slippery. So we dumped soil on a 50 kilometers part of the road that was difficult to drive. After about half an hour of doing this, our cars climbed the hill, albeit with difficulty. We arrived at the shelter of the staff of the reserve in Kashkadarya at 11:10. It was surrounded by low snow-capped peaks. We had a little rest here. After a bit of relaxation and adaptation to the environment, we agreed on the organizational work. According to the plan, we will move along the Kurkurak River. At noon, we set off, accompanied by the reserve staff. Surely it has snowed a lot. Yes, a lot. The thickness of the snow reached to the knees. There must be more snow on the hills than here. There are no traces on the snow yet. We will be the first to cross these snowy places. Since there are a lot of Siberian mountain goats in this area, so we can also meet as snow leopards. Snow leopards walk a lot under these rocks. There are everywhere in the Hisar State Reserve. It's said that there are many deer here. Now we are looking for deer. Do you see anything, brother? I see traces. What kind of traces? Footprints of mountain goats. Now we'll try to find the deer themselves too. They may be on this hillside. The whole area is covered with white snow. After we moved 50-100 meters, it started to become difficult to walk, especially because of the thickness of the snow. Most of us had snow in our shoes, but the surroundings were so beautiful that even the difficulties went unnoticed due to the pleasure of watching the natural landscapes. The first step in the thick snow gives a person a special pleasure. At this time of year, the animals that have been sleeping all winter are already asleep. So far, we have not heard a chirping of the various birds that live here, including the partridge. They seem to be afraid of strangers. Snow leopards are very beautiful animals, but they live in such snowy, difficult conditions. Their fur is white-gray. They have also black spots. It's almost invisible in such mountainous areas and thick snowy places among various trees. That's why they are called mountain goats. Now we are going along the road. This road, our expedition, is more interesting than the previous ones. The reason is that we want to shoot snow leopards. Snow leopards were photographed and videotaped using photo traps. The rangers are telling us where we can meet them. But snow leopards cover an incredible distance of 48 kilometers in one night. Therefore, it's still unknown where to look for them.
Qo'riqxonaning biz turgan hududi albatta tabiati juda tabiati keng va boy tabiatga ega.
The nature of the area where we live is very beautiful. Both plants and animals are diverse. Currently, 8 inspectors work in this area of the reserve. All conveniences have been created for inspectors. They are diligently performing their duties day and night. They are adequately equipped. The activities of the inspectors are not seasonal. In all 4 seasons of the year, they have responsibilities and duties. For example, now the top of the mountain is covered with thick snow. That is why all the animals went down. Some unscrupulous poachers may try to hunt these animals. Therefore, especially in winter, employees have to work with double responsibilities.
Nima o'ljasiga aylanishi mumkin hayvonlar. Shuning uchun ayniqsa qish mavsumida xodimlarimiz 2 karra mas'uliyat bilan ishlashi kerak.
Now I will show you the nest of a porcupine. Follow me. Why aren't the deer visible? There are traces of them on this side, so we will meet them soon. There is a porcupine nest under a rock. At first we saw a porcupine nest under a rock on the way. These rodents live in similar underground areas along rivers and streams. The footprints around the hive look like new. The porcupines don't go into hibernation, so we might as well meet it on the way.
Bu yerda qarang, mana qat toshlar bor.
Look, there are layers of stones here. Each layer represents a period. Archaeologists confirm this. It's said that before these places were the site of the Sea. That is why thousands of years of history are hidden in each layer. This place itself tells the story of a long time ago.
O'zida necha ming yillar tarixi muhrlangan.
After a while, we came across a pig tracks. Around the tracks of a pig, it was walking on snow. There are 5 breeds of wild boar that belong to the family of ungulates. In Uzbekistan, wild pigs are found mainly in mountain forests and Tugay. Their footprints led to a steep slope. Although the tracks are new, we don't follow it. Our main goal is to capture a snow leopard. So we leave the pigs alone and move straight. It has snowed a lot in the reserve this year, right? Yes, it snowed a lot. The thickness of the snow here is about 30 centimeters. It's 40-50 centimeters thick on the tops. A lot of snow is very good for both the increase of animals and the growth of plants, right? Yes, of course. If there is a lot of water, it will be very useful for the animals to feed and reproduce. Good climatic conditions lead to an increase in the number of herbivores. In the grass grows well, pigs, mountain goats will have a lot of food. The more food there is, the more partridges and other birds there will be. There are food for snow leopards in the food chain. The more snow leopards feed, the more they multiply. Where there is a lot of food, there are a lot of animals. We couldn't walk fast, fascinated by the beauty of the surroundings. In the sky, eagles are lurking in their prey. These birds can also hunt birds. They are not larger in size during flight. Our distance with the eagles seems to be very long. They can easily fly at an altitude of 5 or 6 kilometers. As we watched these proud eagles, suddenly heard the sound of flying partridge. Partridge flew away from us and landed in the distance, and after watching it, we turned to the pigs again and continued on our way. Now we are going along the Kurkurak River. We have seen partridges here, but we haven't encountered Siberian mountain goats yet. There are mountain goats ahead, they say, and we will continue to walk in that direction. How far have we traveled so far? It's about 2 kilometers from Carbon to this place. We shouldn't use drones now, right? Yes, mountain goats run away when they see a drone. Then we can't shoot them. Winter comes to this region early. In some places, the snow falls in late summer. The weather changes quickly and abruptly. Mountain winds intensify the cold at night. The birds fly to warmer lands until next summer. But now, even the snow is so much, the day is not so cold. When you keep moving, you almost don't get cold. You can cool down only if you stand in shady places where the sunlight is blocked by mountains. The air in this place is so pleasant. It took us over an hour to walk down the snow-covered trail. Although we were not walking much, we managed to see beautiful and unique birds flying peacefully in the sky. Along the way, we came across a lot of fruit-bearing dog roses. The fruits of the dog roses, especially near the river water, are soft and very tasty.
Qo'riqxonaning har bir joyida
Medicinal fruits and plants can be found everywhere in the reserve. One of them is a dog rose. It's now February. Dog rose fruits are soft and very ripe. Especially after the snowfall, its fruit had a special taste.
ta'miga ham bir o'zgacha mazza kirgan.
Everything is natural in the reserve. It's because no one touches anything. Only the animals in this place eat them. After the snow, they became softer and tastier. We can eat them. Along the way, we eat dog rose fruits and make up for lost energy. Soon, when the bears wake up, they are the first to pick and eat its fruits. The reserve staff is leading the way. When they see something, they immediately call us. They are all following in their footprints. Fascinated by the surroundings, the distance between us and them became very long. If we follow in their footsteps in the snow, we will not get lost, of course. So there is no need to worry. Everyone's curiosity, their attention to each situation has increased. We continue on our way, admiring the wonders of nature. Suddenly, someone shouted. When we ran and found out he was our director, Rasulaka. He was stuck in the snow. We managed to get him out. Apparently, we were in a hurry when this happened and hurt him a little while pulling him out of the pit. We were in a good mood anyway, but we found the event very interesting. Laughing, we continued on our way. Every minute here is rich in encouraging moments for nature lovers. It's a pleasure to watch the majestic peaks and the pleasant view of the mountain when the weather is as mild as it's today. The stones left under the snow were in the shape of different things. After another half an hour of walking, our guide called us as if he saw something. We walked slowly over to him. He saw the tracks of the snow leopard we were looking for. The freshness of the tracks made us excited. Maybe we can find it on the first day of our trip. Now we have found traces of a snow leopard. Yes, we found it. Here it was, walking in the direction. We finally found the traces. The tracks look like new. Look, there are spots here. I wonder what it is. It seems that the snow leopard passed here in the morning. Look, the first deer to walk here. Do you see the footprints of the deer? Then a snow leopard followed. It followed the deer, I think. So if we make our way in that direction, we can find it. So far we are going in the right direction, right? Yes, we are going right. We should walk in this direction and follow in the footsteps of the snow leopard. The tracks seem to go up, but the slope is very high and the road is dangerous. But with curiosity, we started moving in that direction. After we walked for a while, the tracks began to become more clearly visible. Thinking that if we walked forward, we would clearly see it, perhaps we would see it hunting for some animal. We began to accelerate even more on the snowy path that a man on the side of the porch could barely walk. It's as if we are reaching for the snow leopard behind that rock. It would be nice if we could take pictures of it from a distance. This pleasure is pushing us forward. Suddenly, one of our companions slipped down a steep slope. Immediately, together with our companions, we tried to get him out of the snow. We took him out. Fortunately, he was not injured. But we were all immediately awakened by the eagle-sharp gaze of our director. We realized that he didn't like our carelessness. Walking in mountainous areas is more difficult. Unexpectedly, unpleasant situations can also occur, of course. Here we had some rest and set off again along a gorge covered with white snow. The simple snowy trail connected to the high peaks and the charm of the surroundings filled us with deep thoughts. At this moment, we realized that life itself is a journey. The higher we go, the closer we get to heaven. We are as excited as our hands touch the clouds. We have to stop our program here for now, and we will continue the topic in the next episode of our expedition.